Hello there again, young'uns. Grandpa Jedidiah here. And I'm going to tell you, young'uns, another love story. A true love story. Now, this love story is about a man named Bob. Now, Bob went into this restaurant in a big city. It was a bean restaurant that only had beans on the menu. Bean pop, bean water, bean juice, so on. Now, he seen this woman eating at the bar. And he figured he'd go up to the bar and say hello. He said to himself, I can tell this woman's the woman of my dreams. So, she was sitting at the bar with a nice tall glass of bean soda. She was chugging it. She's sipping on it, chugging it. And every time she took a drink, she'd go. And she'd take another drink, and she'd go. Now Bob said, that turns me on. Nothing like a woman belching. So Bob orders a nice tall glass of bean juice, a nice tall glass of pinto bean juice, a nice tall warm glass of pinto bean juice, and he goes up to the lady and says, may I have this seat next to you? And she says, you sure can, yes you can. And then they sat next to each other, her sipping on her big tall glass of bean pop, bean soda, and him sipping on his big tall glass of warm pinto bean juice. And they both started belching to beat the band. Every time he'd take a drink, he'd go. He'd take another drink. And she'd take a drink. Well, they hit it off right then and there. She went home with him that night. Both of their bellies was full of bean pop, bean soda pop, and warm soup bean juice. They thought they'd get a little bit sexual. Well, it was love at first sight. So he said, may I mash your belly? And she said, sure, mash away. And he'd mash in her belly like this. And every time he mashed in her belly, this is what he heard. It's a little big old fart. They'd say, "Oh my, that smells great. May I mash your belly again?" And she said, "Yes." And then she said, "May I mash your belly, sir?" And he said, "Yes." So she mashed on his belly. And they mashed each other. They mashed each other's bellies all night. He'd mash her belly. Then he'd mash. Then she'd mash his belly. And they fell in love with each other right then and there. And they got married like 6 months later. And they was married for 69 years. And she was on her deathbed at the hospital. And she said to him, oh, her name was Beulah, by the way. Bob and Beulah. Now, she said to Bob, do you remember 69 years ago when we first met in the Bean restaurant? I was sipping on a big tall glass of bean pop, and you were sipping on a big tall glass of pinto bean juice. We mashed each other's bellies that night and farted, and farted, and farted, and farted again. And he said, yes I do, yes I do. And she says, will you mash my belly one more time before I die, my love? He says, yes I will. So he did this 5 times on her belly. Then she died, and he mashed his belly 3 times to give a 3-4 salute to his wife. And then he died. And that was it. That was my true love story about Bob and Beulah. Lovers for life. Lovers of each other and lovers of beans. Like and subscribe, young'uns. It was a true story. It sure was. Goodbye.